Settle in and let any tension in your body just relax down into the ground. With every exhale, let your body notice the support already here, the support of your skeleton, the support of your breath, the support of the earth beneath us. As you sit here, notice how thoughts try to organize reality. Sometimes simply by naming things, or dividing things into right and wrong, better and worse. And then check deeper than those thoughts. What is present here with reality? Sensing reality rather than analyzing it. You can start with your senses. Just relax into your senses. Feel how your senses naturally engage. You don't have to tell your nose to sniff. You don't have to tell your ears to hear. Just feel how your senses are naturally open, naturally receptive. Feel how not just your body, but something deeper even than your body is simply here, simply being, simply noticing. You might feel it as a core aliveness. As the root basic in existence. Just feel this core aliveness. Rest as the core aliveness. Notice how it doesn't fit particular categories. Notice how it has no argument with whatever happens. In fact, you can't 100% say the core aliveness is inside but not outside. The core aliveness doesn't have a specific boundary. The core aliveness doesn't obey any particular rules. It's fluid. It doesn't make judgments. It's fully integrated with what is. The core aliveness doesn't own anything. It doesn't reject anything. It doesn't see anything as mine and not mine. It doesn't own or define what belongs or doesn't belong. The core aliveness infuses. The core aliveness permeates. The core aliveness sees no walls or boundaries. The core aliveness doesn't imagine other preferences. It doesn't optimize. The core aliveness infiltrates. The core aliveness is open, welcoming. Spacious and infinite. Rest as the core aliveness. Anything that would divide and categorize, accept and reject, prop up or push down. All of that is just based on thought. But the core aliveness is reality itself and even deeper than reality. It doesn't effort because it doesn't need to get anywhere. doesn't push or pull or fix. The core aliveness has a gentle strength, an unharmable potency. A grace, a timelessness. Rest as this core aliveness. Feel how you can't add to it, you can't diminish it. You can't make it start or stop. Before you even look for it, core aliveness is already there. It's more fundamental than your breath or your heartbeat. It precedes every physicality. It's the ground of existence. Feel how the core aliveness saturates your body and extends beyond your body. Feel how the core aliveness hears from your ears, senses from your skin. Feel the core amness, the beingness, that most fundamental essence. Feel how it is unconditional. It doesn't come and go or disappear or waver. It's constant. Feel how the core aliveness is unconditioned. It doesn't strategize and change its mind and try to win. It's complete. And because it is already complete, it doesn't have to have a strategy. It doesn't have anything that it has to add to itself. Rest is the core aliveness, opening and relaxing into its total completeness, its total sufficiency. feel core aliveness. You couldn't be here without it. You can't put it away or end it somehow or damage it somehow. The core aliveness is the vibrancy in all being. It's the radiance even before light. It's the radiance even before sight. It's the radiance even before biological life. It doesn't fit any boxes or categories or rules. It's wild. It's fluid. Feel how it doesn't even fit the categories of compliant or non-compliant. It just is. This fundamental radiance doesn't fit the categories of good or bad. It just is. It doesn't fit the categories of inner and outer, lower and upper. This fundamental radiance, this core aliveness persists. While everything else is in a state of coming and going, a state of starting and stopping, of decomposing, the core aliveness is always fresh. If you could take everything else away, the core aliveness, the fundamental radiance would be here. The fundamental radiance has a reality that is timeless, unharmable, unformed. It's beyond substance. It's all pervading. All the way down, all the way up, all the way back, all the way forward, all the way in, all the way out. His fundamental radiance. It doesn't try to make anything. doesn't try to end anything. It doesn't try anything. It simply erupts as this moment. All the senses in this moment erupt from it and collapse back into it. Whatever appears in our sight, whatever sounds in our hearing, simply erupts from this fundamental radiance and collapses back into this fundamental radiance. There's no separating. There's no dividing. There is infinite space of holding, infinite space of being, infinite space of expressing. And while the sensory fields may come and go, this fundamental radiance is timeless. It's not rigid. But it is unharmable, indestructible. Prior to thought and pervading everything. Rest as the fundamental radiance. It's the most natural essence before you try to do anything, before you start or stop anything. The fundamental radiance is natural, already there. Nothing is required. Rest as the fundamental radiance. Notice the flowing with life, the flowing as life, the flowing core aliveness. Like an infinite budding flower. Each moment is another set of petals, and another set arises with the next moment, and another set with the next moment. Infinitely blossoming, infinitely opening, new. This freshness is a hallmark of the core aliveness. And there's nothing you can do to add or diminish it. Just notice all being All life is simply a vehicle of this fundamental radiance. Whatever might try to argue with it or correct it or change it has no substance to it, has no durability compared to this core aliveness. Rest as the timeless, rest as the natural essence. Feel its natural, saturating, its natural, pervading, its natural, penetrating, its fluid radiance. Just savor this essence that you are. Savor its openness. Savor its welcome. Savor its gentleness and its indestructibility and its potency, its natural fullness. Savor your completeness. Rest as the completeness. Rest as the fullness. Even when there's movement, feel the space around the movement. Feel that you can be moved. You don't have to add effort to the movement. You can be breathed, you can be danced. All erupts forth. This fundamental radiance has an energy that propels into expression. Just like silence holds all sound, being holds all form. Radiance imbues all action. There's no need to be a someone. Their radiance is already there, being all that needs to be. You are not a problem to be solved. You are this essence. This essence there naturally, effortlessly before you even look. You can enjoy and savor this essence, but it makes no difference to the essence. It's there, regardless of how we might distract ourselves. Just feel how nurturing it is to drop into this fundamental radiance. Feel this infinite being. Notice it is true nature. This infinite being is what you are, regardless of what happens through the day, regardless of what you do. Infinite being is coursing through you. The mind would argue. The mind has many ways it wants core being to look, many expectations, many rules that it expects core being to follow. Those are just ideas of the mind. What you are at any moment is infinite being. Feel your infinite being. Feel its core aliveness. Feel that it has no constraints, no limits. Rest is your core being. As you go through the day, you can feel it in the space, in the silence, in the aliveness, in the senses, in the nothingness before all somethings.